friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ginny May, the intergalactic supreme goddess of guest service. I've been in the restaurant business for 35 years, and I've also been a sales trainer and manager for over 16. I would love to talk to you today about 3 selling tips if selling is a little bit of a challenge for you, you need to up your game, or you've never sold anything in your life. Selling is service and service is sales, and we need to remember that. A lot of us have a little bit fear, I guess you could say, of selling, and it is really important to get over this and try to start thinking that actually selling is doing your guest a really good service. Remember that you are the one that is most knowledgeable about all your menu cards and your drink cards and how your restaurant runs, and when you have a guest coming in, it is part of your job to let them know what are the best things, what are your favorite things, what are the most popular items on the menu, and all the different fun stories and interesting stories about your restaurant. The first thing you need to do before you start suggesting or selling an item to your guests is that you need to start to have a really good rapport. So when you come down to the table, it is so important that you appear to be approachable, that you are smiling, that you're giving a good energy out. Another trick you can do is get down to the guest level. This will make the conversation not up or down or the other way. Of course, smiling, we already mentioned that, and also being a really good listener. In some countries, when we come down and say, hey, how are you doing today? And then we kind of skip over listening to what their answer was. It's if you ask someone, hey, how are you doing? Or how are we doing? Or how are you doing today? It's so important that you stop and actually listen to the answer and then comment on the answer that the guest gave you. This is going to be a really small part that will give the guest the feeling, hey, this person's actually caring and listening to what I'm saying. That the guest and you have a pretty good rapport before you start to suggest things. Because when you start suggesting things, a lot of times your guests will end up taking that product because they do believe that you do care, and of course that they have some type of trust with you. The next thing you need to find in your tool bag is a little bit of confidence. And I love the saying, fake it till you make it, especially in this particular incident, because if you don't have the confidence, standing up straight, smiling, telling yourself, hey, I can actually do this, putting on the invisible big shoes, as I say, and also just stand up, be big and brave, go down to the table and show some confidence, show that you're sparkling when you get down there. Also remember, you know what? You're not trying to sell a washing machine or a car. These people are coming into a restaurant. They're hungry. You're going to sell them food. They are going to get some type of food anyway. It's just you're going to help them have a lot better experience with it. So tip number 1 for your 3 selling tips for today is tell everybody. Tell every guest that you have about your favorite item, about the special your manager said that you should try to offer today, about the special that the chef just made. He or she is so excited about it and really wants everyone to try it. Maybe it is an item that you actually tried on your last shift and you love it so much and you never really plan to focus on any item. Hey, take that item. You already have passion for it. And tell every single one of your tables about this item. Why does this work? It works because if you think about, if you ask everybody, at least somebody at some point is going to say yes. I think it was Wayne Gretzky that once said, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. And this is so true in this area as well. Tell everybody, you have much bigger chances of somebody saying yes. Tip 2 is be more descriptive when you talk about your special or your favorite item, and also close the sale. When you're being descriptive, you're going to use all those fun words. Oh, it is wonderful. Explaining to people, I had it yesterday. It's one of my favorite foods. It's one of the most popular items. All the other guests tell me that they really, really love it. It's so crunchy. It's so creamy. It's so tender. And find some good description words for the foods or the items that you're trying to suggest to your guests. Number 3 is suggesting your favorite or the special at every opportunity. So let's say your guests are talking about wine. Ask them, of course, what type of wine they like. Let's say they say Chardonnay. Be prepared that you have a favorite Chardonnay that you really love on the card that you can recommend. If they come in, you can have a casual conversation. Hey, what do you feel like eating today? I feel like chicken. Great. Think about, hey, I do have a favorite chicken dish on here, and explain to your guest about that chicken dish. Why do you like it? Then at the end, you need to close the sale somehow. You can't go on and on about the story and never ask if they want it or not. So at some point, you need to lead into that. You do not really have to come out and say, hey, do you want that or not? That's not the way to go. But you could lean into it a little bit or kind of slide in and say, hey, should I have Joe, our head chef, start preparing that for you? Or would everybody like to try the special today? Or how does that sound to you? Would you like to try that? I can highly recommend that. Would you also like to try? And just wait to hear what they say. If they don't like it, hey, it's not your fault. It's fine. You can try with the next guest. But if they do like it, fantastic. And remember later on to go down and ask them if they like your recommendation. So suggesting at every opportunity, if you have a couple and they want 2 glasses of wine, you can ask them if they want a whole bottle. If they want a small portion, you can ask them if they want a bigger portion. If they want a single, you can ask them if they want a double. And you can just end up suggesting all the different items that you like depending on what your guests end up talking about. And hopefully that will remind you of the things. So find out every different category in your menu, on the drinks menu, and find your favorite in all the different categories so that when your guest is talking about one of them, you're ready to suggest one of them. I hope you have a lot of fun selling out there, and hey, let me know in the comment box below if you tried any of these tips or you have any other sales trips that you've been using in the restaurants, and I hope you have a great shift. I'm Ginny May, the Intergalactic Supreme Goddess of Guest Service. And if you like this video and other tips and tricks, then click here for another video, or otherwise, please subscribe, press the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you get a notification when I come out with a new video every week. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.